let's start with customer module. In customers, you go obviously to the cloud setting that you've been given when you subscribed, and you click on customer and you log in using your username and password. It opens up on the dashboard, and in the dashboard it gives you a one screen overview of the business as it sits right now. It's live. So you can see here today's sales, which is how many sales we've had today. Product for sale, which means how much product you've got in your stock list available for sale, split out in fresh and in dried flowers. Weekly sales, how are your weekly sales going? And also the target, which is based on the same period last year. We've got what week it is and the date, and we operate across 2 time zones, so we've elected to have the 2 time zones showing. Clark is the same as Perth time zone in WA. Slacks Creek is in Queensland, AEST. In packing, it also shows you then orders packed, orders to pack, next day to pack, and potential packing. And in potential packing, it's sort of cool because if somebody's on the live web shop, if you have that as part of your subscription, you'll actually be able to see here the customers that are buying that are yet to check out. Under this here, product units and dollars, it shows exactly what has been purchased today in the business, which is sort of a cool list. So you can see what the number 1, 2, 3, 4, down to 10 or so top selling products are. Across to the right here is customer life cycles, which is weekly, fortnightly, etc., etc. So you'll be able to actually see the health of the business, and you can drill down into the list if it was in there by clicking on the icons. Now, new customers, you will also show the registrations of new customers by month, and then also show how many you've registered as a total this year. Now, up the top here, dashboard, you've got customer module, warehouse module, LMS, which is logistics management, packing, marketing, subscriptions, maintenance, and reports. All of these modules are only accessible if you've subscribed to them, and the person making the decisions at your company would know whether or not you have got access to that. If in doubt, click it and try it out. On the left here from the dashboard, you can see pre-sales orders, accountants for bookkeeping functions, invoices, addresses, etc. So let's go into customers. Now in customers, as you would expect, you can select the customer that you're dealing with. So if you simply just click on the customer that you're looking for, just select the customer, and that then changes the side panel and then gives you all the information that you'll be looking for. So manual sales, details, contact address, all the typical stuff you'd expect. So let's dive in there and have a look at a customer information. Now, before we do that, you can filter customers. Now, select a filter. You can search by very specific things, even by email, even by contact name. So if you know it's Sam, but you can't remember the business name, you can search for Sam, and away you go. You can even do a global search over here, and you can type something in like Sam or business name, and away you go as well. Some quick view buttons on the line. Excuse me. What that would mean is if you wanted to see for this customer exactly what they're shopping, you could click that button and it would show you exactly what they've got item in the cart. This information button here shows you exactly the delivery options showing online if you've got the web shop module. So again, if today is Wednesday and someone's going, what's my next delivery option? Depending on what the settings are. Now, these delivery options are obviously only if you've got the LMS module. And then next to that, you've also got any courier details, which will show over here on the left, packing and delivery info. So that the modules are integrated where they need to be. So obviously you can't show courier options if you don't have logistics management installed, right? All right. So from Flower Hub, we want to see their customer information. You can go over and you can do a manual sale, which means if you want to sell something out of your stock list, you can actually go through and select it and sell something to them, which is pretty cool. Now, if we don't want to do that, let's use the back arrow, select the customer again. Let's go and have a look at details. So details for the customer, basic info, as you would expect, APN, company name, contact name, additional info. Also barcode down the bottom here. So if you want to attach like your trade pass or VIP passes, or if you've got a customer card, barcodes, that's where you keep that information and that's what links it. Any change you make on here, make sure that you press the Save Changes button for this. Over into Contacts, that's the contact for this customer. Now addresses, these are the addresses listed for the customer. Normally this would be self-driven through the web shops. The customer can add them, but of course your customer support can add them by clicking on the add button here. If a customer says, hey, add a new address for me, you go, righto, what's the type of address it is, bang, put it in there, click, hit save changes. Now it's quite important that you tick or untick the residential, because if it's a residential delivery address, why that's relevant is when you set up some of your couriers over in the logistics management side, if you've got that module, if they can't deliver to residential, you could set that up there. The classic example is if you know that your tracking company runs B double, they obviously can't go down a suburban street, so you know that it can't be delivered into residential, which comes in useful to auto screen your couriers. So it goes quite detailed, which is great. If you click orders, you can see any open orders for this customer as they currently sit. Now the computer's gone away in the cloud to see any orders. Now here's the last order that we've got. This one's from 2nd of August. Now in this order, it's combined and has 4 invoices. So we can actually click on any invoice to see, well, what's the detail on that invoice? And if you want to see it on the page, you click on page. So yeah, let's just go page, PDF. This gives you the itemization of all the invoicing that was done, how it was paid, all the GST, etc., etc. Now, if you also want to go into activity, you can see what type of activity the customer has said yes they're happy for. So whether they are part of the VIP customer group that you have, this is important if you want to set special discounts or pricing. If they've opted in for communication, that's important for marketing. SMS subscription, so you can SMS them updates if their card's expiring online, etc. We've got an option list subscription, which is just like, do they want a PDF price list? Again, this can be reenacted, but it's not currently used. Want invoices by email? The default is always set to yes. I'd auto emails and want invoicing. Are they allowed to pre-order? Do they get free freight? Do they need ice packs and packing? Do they pay freight per box? So it'll flash a message to the packers on the screen, hey, be careful, this customer. You can also archive and dead the type of customer and save changes here. In financials, you can enter BSB and account number for the customer. If you enter that there, you then give the customer direct debit capabilities and as a payment method on checkout. Now make sure you've got a direct debit facility set up so that you can actually offer this, and that then gives them that checkout payment option when they check out. Service fee here is set, and that is a separate how-to video where we talk specifically about pricing and service fee. It goes into being part of what markup you're charging this specific customer. You've also got credit limits here, daily limit, weekly limit, monthly limit, depending on what you want to do with your customers. Now, we also have a button down here, include GST and web pricing. This is important. If you're a wholesaler, you may want to show GST exclusive pricing, so you would leave it unticked. Now, if this customer wanted to see pricing inclusive of GST, well, guess what? You can show them that. So even if you have a customer that's a trade customer, but they've got a desire to see prices including GST, well, you can show them that very easily through one click of a button on their account setup. Now, over on the right-hand side here, you've got the sales history for the customer. You've got how much they spent in the quarter and the year, and then comparison on last year. If you go into the payments field, the payment method this customer will use, these are all the available payment methods that we have set up, and these are set up individually for your customer, as in for you, every time you take a copy of this. And then if there's any credit cards here, we would have a partial storage here, but then we link with our payment gateway where the button, where the card is stored, so that we never store credit card details in our system. All right, so that is customers. Now you do have one last one, packing and delivery info, which again, instructions for the courier if there's any specific delivery instructions. Also for the packing screen, if you want to leave a note for the packers that pops up on the screen, that can be quite useful if you get a customer that says, I don't know, do not bend, my guy Mia leaves if I buy them, or something like that. So this is where you can automatically make sure this pops up for the packers when they pack the screen. If you've inserted a gift item, that means you might want to give out a promotional pen or brochure, etc. You can insert a gift item either by customer groups or by individual customer, And all that means is it will show up as a packing line item in the pack screen, so that the packers then know to go, oh, okay, you might have printed some beautiful promotional pens, and all you need to do is just put a box of pens somewhere, tell the staff where it is, and then you can insert it as a gift, and that just means it'll show up. So the next time the customer buys, your staff will actually send out that pen as a gift to the customer. So it's sort of cool for promo items. That's Packing Cloud in a nutshell. Everything you'd expect around customers. You can activate, deactivate, etc. You've also got some different options over here on the broad category, unless you click into a customer and then it changes, remember. But of course, if you just use your arrow back and you close, then you can get back to this one here. Now again, you can look into these to find out what each one of these means, but the big button over on the left here, if you need to add a customer from scratch, you can of course do that by clicking Add Customer. Now in the Add Customer, you choose whether a consumer or a trader, so you can segment your customer base. In this case, I'm going to put a trader. Very straightforward, customer, trader, category. Now in the category, flower business or an integral management database, so it might just be a flower business type of customer, ABN, name, barcode. Remember, if you've got a barcode, VIP, or customer number that you want to scan, their email address, very simple. Down here, SMS notifications, whether a residential delivery address, whether we've got a shop key, whether we want to track it through a key or not, no key is required, or whether we're part of the VIP program. And make sure you save the change once you register a new customer. That is Customer Cloud.